What's up, dudes? Grady here with Grady's Gear, and today I got a review of a pretty cool little budget knife. And I say budget, but what you get for the money that you're paying is actually quite a bit of quality. And this knife comes from Asher Knives, Justin specifically with Asher Knives. If you guys aren't familiar with him, I came across him through Instagram and through my buddy Kevin, Lefty EDC. He was really raving about Justin's work, and I had the pleasure of meeting Justin on one of our On the Edge live streams. I believe it was the last one that we did 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think it was that one. It might have been Lefty Live, but I'm pretty sure it was the On the Edge live stream that we did. And that's always fun when we get makers on there because we get the opportunity as, knife reviewers and content creators, we get the opportunity to kind of pick their brain and see why they do, certain designs or, their philosophy of use. And it's just always really interesting to have makers on there. And we have such a great time. And every maker that we've had on there has been such a joy. And Justin is no exception. He's just an awesome dude. Anyways, and before I forget, at the timing of this video, which I'll upload today, On the Edge is going on tonight. It is Saturday, July 3rd, the day before 4th of July. And it is going on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you guys there. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, I'd highly recommend that you do so. But anyways, that's kind of how I met Justin with Asher Knives. And during the show and then a little bit after, me and him got to talking, and he sent me out a Centri 2.0, which is one of his knives, and to check out and to review on the channel. And it's always greatly appreciated when a company will send me something out to review. A lot of the stuff I do is bought by myself, but you guys know I'm honest. I'm upfront about this kind of stuff. When a manufacturer or a maker sends me something to review, so I did not pay for this knife, but it is greatly appreciated. So thank you, Justin, for sending this out to me. I'm really, really liking it, and I do not let that interfere with my overall view of this knife. So I just want to point that out there, guys. It's always good when a maker or a manufacturer is cool like that and be like, hey, check out what we got and stuff. So that's always really cool to me. This is the Centri 2.0. As you can see, it's got a really cool harpoon style blade on there with a fuller. It's got G10 scales on here. As you can see, it's tapped for left-handed carry. You do have a semi deep carry pocket clip on this guy. You have almost recessed screws on there. I wish that they were recessed. That's not, a deal breaker by any means. As you can see right here, if my camera will focus, it is riding on S35 VN blade steel, which is awesome. You're getting a good premium blade steel here. It is using the Axis style lock. It is buttery smooth. Damn. Let me pull the camera out. No, too far. There we go. There you go. Now you guys can see what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm not a cameraman. But yeah, buttery smooth on here. I brought out my Benchmade bug out to do a comparison because I know that there's going to be a lot of people going, ooh, that's a knockoff of the bug out. Oh my God. No, it's not. It's a completely different design. Yes, they do have similarities, but it is a completely different design on here. But the bug out is awesome. I'm not knocking on the bug out, so don't take it that way. The bug out is a great knife. The bug out is actually the knife that got me back into collecting. Back in 2019, for a few years, I kind of got out of knife collecting. I was still a knife guy and carried really nice knives, but I hadn't bought anything in a while. And the bug out was the knife that kind of got me back into the collecting and really struck my interest again in knives. And this one is not the CF Elite version. This is the Blade HQ exclusive. This does have the grivery. It's not the CF Elite. At the time when I got this was the only way that you could get a fully blacked out, murdered out bug out, which I thought was really cool. And I got this on sale at Blade HQ around the holidays. I think it was around Black Friday time, they had like a 3-day deal where they had these for $99, and I was able to pick one of them up. And this one has been my favorite one. I never got the CF Elite one. I just didn't see a reason to, but it's been a great knife. The reason why I bring this out to go up against the Centri here is because I talk about this in a lot of my videos, guys, cost versus value. And the Bug Out is a great EDC knife. For me, I get guys asking me all the time that are not into the hobby. They're not into knives. They're not collectors. They're just straight up a user who wants just a good knife to carry every single day, lightweight, easy to use, easy to resharpen and maintain. It's got a good warranty on there, and I always steer them towards the Bug Out. All around. I mean, everything from the way it feels in your hand, the blade shape, it's got the access lock, so you don't have to worry about a frame lock, getting your finger caught in here and getting the blade nicking you in the finger or anything like that. So this is an all-around great EDC knife, or for somebody who is not into knives, which when they came out with this, I thought that was a great thing, because they were appealing to not only knife guys such as myself, but to non-knife people as well. Well, now that we have the Centri 2.0 here, I think this is going to top this. I would still recommend this, but to a non-knife person, I would recommend this more. Why do I say that? Well, because, I mean, and I don't mean to sound like a dick, but you're paying a lot for that butterfly logo. This knife, in its current configuration, like let's say you want the all blacked out, you get the CF Elite version, which has a little bit sturdier handle scales on there that they did because people kept bitching that this flexes. Although I don't understand why that means anything, as long as it doesn't affect the overall integrity of the knife. But anyways, I digress. This thing runs for like $145. You're going to range between $136 and $145, whereas the Centri right here is like $88. And that's one of the things that I talked to Justin about on the live stream, kind of his whole philosophy behind his knives. Justin is the type of person that doesn't like to spend more than $100 on a knife. He just can't justify the price and just does not like to spend over $100. So all his knives on his website, which I'll have linked down below to where you guys can check them out, all of his knives on there are going to be under $100, which is phenomenal. Because, I mean, when you look at it, you're getting two knives. I'm going to put them right next to each other just like this so you can see them side by side. They're very similar. They're almost identical in size, as overall length and blade length on here. They're both riding on the axis lock on here, which I kind of dig on his a little bit more, because the little notches right here, they kind of come out more. They're more protruded, which makes it easier to grab to disengage the blade. So I do really like that. I thought it felt kind of weird at first, but I do like it. Whereas on the Bug Out, they're a little bit more recessed in there. Not a big deal or anything, but it just, if you need to quickly open your knife to cut something, you're going to have more traction, or you need to quickly close it, put it back in your pocket, and you just need more traction, you get better grip on these to pull them down. You just get a little bit more. But I think this is a fantastic value at what you're getting. Not to mention, you're getting S35VN blade steel on this, where you're getting S30V. Both are premium blade steels, but S35VN is a little bit higher quality than S30V, and I think most people will agree with me on that. You're not getting, the deep carry, real deep carry mini clip that you're getting on the Bug Out. You are getting a semi-deep carry. Almost looks kind of like a Lynch Northwest pocket clip to me, but it's still deep enough. And what you're also getting on this thing is you're getting steel liners in here. Full steel liners. So this knife does way more, but it feels more solid in hand, which is awesome. It's not a heavy knife by any means, any stretch of the imagination. It is not a heavy knife, but you're getting the steel liners, which is one of the things that people complained about on the Bug Out, that it felt cheap. It felt like a toy because it was so lightweight, which was cool, but it made it feel flimsy to them and they didn't like it. And you're getting the plastic. I mean, let's be honest. Grivery is just a fancy word for plastic. These are plastic handles. You're getting G10 with the Centri. So you're getting better materials. Essentially, you're getting the same lock, different blade shapes. But this harpoon, I love it because my thumb wants to land right here. I mean, it's just great. I love that. Very minimal. Let me open this back up. I keep playing with it. Very minimal branding right here. You see the Asher logo right here. And then on the other side right here is S35VN. Very minimal. I do not like billboarding on my knives. You guys know that if you've been following the channel. I also like the fact, let's go into the packaging real quick. So you get a really cool Asher Knives box, Asher Knife Co., right? You open it up, and then a knife's just sitting in there nestled really nice, right? But it also comes with, he gives you an extra set of Omega springs, which I thought was really cool. So if your Omega springs go out, you can swap them and change them out. Or you can send them to Justin, and he'll do it for you. This is a one-man shop kind of thing, guys, which is pretty cool because, these are basically... he's overseeing all of the QC on these knives. So, and when you do that, you are your harshest critic. So he is really going over these with a fine-tooth comb. And if there is something wrong, all you have to do is message him and let him know, and he will replace it, fix it, whatever he needs to do to get your knife fixed, whether it's replacing a blade, fixing whatever the problem is. If you don't want to take this apart and put in the Omega springs, send it to him so he can do it. That's a wonderful thing rather than going to somewhere where it's kind of mass produced and their customer service, which I've heard is pretty good. I mean, I could be wrong. I've never had to send this in or anything like that, but where you might have to wait a few weeks or something to get this thing fixed and back in, I think you're going to have way better customer service with Justin. I just think this is a value. You're saving like $50. So now when people ask me, hey man, I'm not really into knives. I'm not into, different blade. I want a good blade steel that I can sharpen myself and not really have to worry about it. Good materials. I want something that's strong. And that I just don't have to worry about. It's an easy lock, very user friendly. All you do is pull these down and the blade just falls down. You don't have to worry about getting your finger in the way. This is what I'm going to recommend from now on instead of this, because I think this is just a better value. $88, S35VN, Axis style lock on there, G10, steel liners, still thin, still carries great for $88. I mean, you can't beat that. That is an awesome freaking deal. I did have one of Justin's models that I bought. It was the flashback. And he's got different models on here, guys. So he's got something for everybody. If $88 is too much for you to spend on a knife, check out the flashback. It's $38, I believe. Yeah, I paid for that knife, and it's got like a clip point blade. It's got a flipper. It's on bearings. It's really, really nice. $38. It's awesome. At the time when I got it, I just got it, and I hit my 100 sub giveaway, and I hit 100 subs pretty quickly. I wasn't expecting it to go that fast, and I needed something to give away, so I gave away that knife. And everybody seemed to really like that knife, and it had the gray G10 and stuff. I'm also really excited about what Justin has coming out in the future. He announced on the live stream that he is coming out with a knife with titanium handles and M390 blade steel. Now that definitely raises my eyebrows because I love M390. That is my favorite EDC blade steel out there for EDC use. M390 is fan-freaking-tastic. I just love it. And titanium, I'm on board. I'd much rather have titanium than G10, right? But he's got it at $99.95, keeping it under that $100 price range. That is going to sell like hotcakes, and I cannot wait to get my hands on one of those. He did show it on the live stream, which is why I'm telling you guys should totally check that out. I don't want to sound like a salesperson or anything like that, because it's not like we're selling anything, but some cool announcements are made on there, and if you guys are interested, check it out. But yeah, guys, the Centri 2.0, I mean, this thing is freaking sweet. You do have a white G10 backspacer on here as well, which I thought was pretty cool. I like the contrast between the white and the gray. Looks pretty nice. This thing is sharp. It's a good slicer. I can Spidey flick it with the thumb studs on here, or you can do it with your thumb. If you're old and you like to do it like this and slow roll it, you can. This knife is awesome. For the price, this is a hell of a value, and I would highly recommend it. And I was so excited to do this video on it because, you know, I've been recommending this knife for so long, and which I still will. This is a great knife. I'm not knocking on the bug out. This is a forever keeper in my collection. I love this knife. It's kind of an enigma because it's so slim and so lightweight that it's hard not to carry it because it disappears in your pocket. Whereas my drift that's in my pocket right now kind of took over the bug out for being so slim, lightweight, and it's rocking the Van X Super Clean steel. That kind of took that over. But this is a $300 knife, guys. This is like a $145 knife if you get the CF Elite version. 88 bucks. You can't beat it. You want a good, dependable, fidget friendly, kind of checks all your boxes, good blade steel, good materials. You want a knife like that? I just fucked that up. You want a good knife like that? Go with the Centri 2.0. Check out Asher Knives. He's got more knives. He's got the Nomad. He's got the Spiro, I believe is what it's called on there, which is a frame lock. If you want a frame lock, for this is so fidget friendly. I mean, look at that. This has a better action on it as far as it dropping shut like that. It did that directly out of the box. I've only had this a couple days, and it did that directly out of the box. It took me a month or two to get this to drop shut. See, and I still have to kind of mess with it. Yeah, it took me a minute. It had a break-in period to get it like that. Not the case here, guys. This thing is an absolute steal of a deal. I couldn't recommend it enough. And he's such a cool dude. You know, Asher Knife, another cool fact is Asher is his son's name, which is really cool. Justin's just been a really cool dude. He's making tools that he wants to carry, knives that he wants to carry. He doesn't carry other brands. We asked him that. He only carries his knife because he likes his knives, which is a really cool thing. I like that. And so you're buying something from somebody who's just a really cool person in the community, trying to get his name out there. I think he's killing it. I can't wait for that knife with the titanium and the M390 blade steel. I'm giddy as a freaking schoolgirl over that. But guys, let me know what you think about this one. And like I said, this would make a great gift for somebody. Like, I would buy this knife for like my dad. My dad's not a knife guy. I would buy a knife like this for him. Be a great everyday carry. It's not breaking the bank. And he's got a good quality knife on it. And I know he'd love it. So yeah, guys, this is my review on the Asher Knife Co. Centri 2.0. I know I kind of rambled a little bit on about this knife, but guys, for the price, everything that you get, semi-deep carry pocket clip, G10, steel liners, Axis type style lock on here, kind of this harpoon blade, S35 VN blade steel. I mean, that's a lot for 88 bucks. That's a lot of knife for 88 bucks. So if you haven't checked out Asher Knives, I'll leave the link in the description below so you guys can check him out. Tell him that Grady from Grady's Gear sent you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July since it's tomorrow. Happy 4th of July, everybody, by the way. I hope you enjoy your evening, and I will see you guys in the next one.